An unexpected twist. The Paper, full season review, IGN. In the wake of Dunder Mifflin's legendary reign, a new chapter unfolds in the world of mockumentary sitcoms with The Paper, premiering exclusively on Peacock. This spin-off from The Office follows the journey of accountant Oscar Martinez as he embarks on a fresh start at a newspaper company. Creator Greg Daniels has crafted yet another gem reminiscent of The Office and Parks and Recreation, but with a faster pace that might leave some viewers breathless. Mark your calendars for September 4th, as all 10 episodes of The Paper will drop simultaneously on Peacock, inviting you to dive into the heartwarming chaos. For those familiar with The Office and Parks and Recreation, the storyline of The Paper will feel like a comfortable blanket. It centers around an idealist with a nostalgic fondness for traditional values. Thrown into a melting pot of quirky characters, each a blend of self-importance and oblivion. This protagonist becomes the catalyst for positive change within the group. While the formula remains similar, The Paper adds its own unique flavor to the mix. The Paper is a heartfelt tribute to the human spirit, showcasing even the most flawed characters with compassion. The series explores the blossoming romance between two souls, the transformation of stoic personalities into vulnerable beings, all wrapped in a layer of absurd comedy that reminds us of someone we know all too well. The essence of The Office and Parks and Recreation lives on in The Paper, offering a delightful blend of humor and warmth. Set against the backdrop of a struggling newspaper, The Paper delves into the challenges faced by a once thriving institution. The Toledo Truth Teller, now merely a shadow of its former glory, clings to survival in a rapidly evolving media landscape. Owned by a conglomerate that deals in various paper products, the newspaper occupies just a fraction of the space it once dominated. The show tackles the contemporary issues surrounding journalism, presenting a more profound commentary than its predecessors. The opening credits of The Paper cleverly encapsulate the show's central theme through a series of images depicting newspapers being repurposed for mundane tasks, highlighting the diminishing relevance of print media in today's digital age. Throughout the season, The Paper fearlessly critiques modern journalism, touching upon topics such as clickbait, celebrity gossip, and the blurred lines between personal and professional ethics. It also examines the struggle of legacy media to compete with independent bloggers in the attention economy. However, The Paper faces a unique challenge in its release strategy, dropping all 10 episodes at once. This decision raises questions about the show's potential longevity and whether it would have benefited from a slower rollout. While binging the entire season is effortless, considering the average viewer spends as much time deciding on a movie, the pacing of The Paper emerges as a double-edged sword. On one hand, the familiarity of the Office formula allows The Paper to compress multiple seasons' worth of character development into just 10 episodes. Domhnall Gleeson's portrayal of Ned Sampson, a wealthy dreamer with a passion for journalism, strikes all the right chords. Alongside Chelsea Fry's Mayor Pretty, a military veteran seeking purpose, and Tim Key's Ken, a hilariously incompetent sycophant, the ensemble delivers a compelling performance. However, the quick-fire progression of character arcs, reminiscent of The Office, Parks and Recreation, Modern Family, and What We Do in the Shadows, leaves some narrative threads feeling rushed. Oscar Nunez's reprisal of Oscar Martinez provides a delightful connection to The Office, with the character's evolution standing out as a highlight. Yet the rapid development of certain characters, particularly Esmeralda, played by Sabrina Impacciatore, feels compressed, making their eventual redemption harder to swallow. As the final episodes rush to wrap up loose ends, From romantic entanglements to the future of the Toledo Truth Teller, the lack of groundwork laid earlier in the season becomes evident. One wonders if Universal, Peacock, or Greg Daniels envisioned a binge-worthy format from the outset, sacrificing character depth for the sake of bingeability. In the end, the success of The Paper hinges on its binge-worthy nature. Despite the satisfying entertainment provided by the 10 episodes, the show's potential for a longer run remains untapped. The decision to release all episodes at once may have inadvertently turned The Paper into a fleeting moment, akin to the disposable headlines of yesterday. Alternatively, The Paper, much like its romantic editor-in-chief, may simply be ahead of its time. A timeless tale worth cherishing despite the odds.